The internet was created to connect people, to store information, to make the world easier to understand. But hidden beneath billions of videos, posts, and live streams, there are moments that were never meant to be explained. Videos that appeared suddenly, spread across the world, and then vanished, leaving behind nothing but unanswered questions. Some of these cases were analyzed by experts. Others were investigated by millions of strangers working together online. A few were even examined by authorities. And yet, despite all of that attention, no clear answers were ever found. Footage with no known origin, messages with no identifiable sender, channels that uploaded content for years without ever revealing who was behind them. In some cases, the videos seem harmless at first. Ordinary locations, empty rooms, silent hallways. But the longer you watch, the more something feels wrong, as if the footage is hiding something just beyond what the eye can see. There are recordings where people disappear without explanation, live streams that cut off at the exact moment something goes terribly wrong, broadcasts that were hijacked by unknown individuals who were never identified. What makes these cases truly disturbing is not what we see, but what we don't. The missing context, the erased identities, the unanswered questions that remain years later, because the internet never forgets. Even when the truth is buried, fragments remain, archived clips, saved
screenshots, uploads from people who are watching at the right moment. And sometimes, those fragments are all we have. Tonight, we're not looking at stories. We're examining documented events, real videos, real uploads, real cases that exist online to this day, cases that were seen by millions, questioned by thousands, and still cannot be explained. As we count down these 15 terrifying internet cases, pay close attention to the details, because in some of them, the most unsettling
part isn't what happens on screen. It's the fact that no one, anywhere, has ever been able to explain why. In 2013, security footage from a hotel elevator in Los Angeles appeared online. The video showed a young woman named Elisa Lam acting in a way that immediately felt unsettling. Inside the elevator, Elisa presses multiple buttons, steps in and out, and peers cautiously into the hallway as if someone is watching her. At one point, she hides in a corner, gesturing and speaking to someone who cannot be seen. The elevator doors refuse to close for several moments, adding to the tension. When they finally do, Elisa is gone. Days later, hotel guests began reporting strange problems. The water pressure was low. The tap water had an unusual taste and color. Soon after, Elisa Lam's body was discovered inside a water tank on the hotel's roof. What makes this case terrifying is that no one can explain what Elisa was reacting to in the elevator. There were no signs of another person on the footage, no evidence of anyone following her. Some believe it was a psychological episode. Others suggest something far more sinister. Even after investigations and official reports, the elevator footage remains one of the most disturbing and unexplained videos ever found on the In 2012, a strange image appeared on an anonymous forum. At first, it looked meaningless, just symbols and text. But hidden inside the image was a message that only a few people knew how to find. It said, "We are looking for highly intelligent individuals." That single sentence triggered one of the most complex mysteries in internet history. Those who solved the first puzzle were led to another, and then another. Each one involved advanced cryptography, ancient texts, mathematics, and hidden data buried deep inside files. The deeper people went, the fewer remained. Eventually, the puzzle left the internet. Coordinates hidden in the codes led to real-world locations across multiple countries. Posters marked with the cicada symbol appeared on streets around the world, all at the same time. The group called itself Cicada 3301. They claimed they were not a game and not a prank. They said they were recruiting, and only the chosen few would ever know the final truth. Then vanished. To this day, no one knows who was behind it, what their goal was, or what happened to those who solved it. And that's what makes Cicada 3301 so disturbing, because whatever they were searching for, they found it. Deep within the darkest corners of the internet, a disturbing rumor has circulated for years. It's known as the dark web red room. According to the myth, these are hidden live streams where horrific acts are broadcast in real time, accessible only through encrypted networks and secret invitations. Viewers are said to interact with the stream, influencing what happens on screen. What makes the Red Room so frightening is that no verified footage has ever been found. Despite countless claims, investigations, and supposed leaks, no one has been able to prove these streams actually exist. Law enforcement agencies and cybersecurity experts say there is no concrete evidence of real Red Rooms, yet the stories never disappear. Anonymous users continue to describe experiences in chilling detail. Fake videos, staged recordings, and elaborate hoaxes only add to the confusion, making it impossible to separate truth from fiction. The fear doesn't come from what has been proven, but from what hasn't. Because if Red Rooms truly don't exist, why does the myth refuse to die? In 2013, a strange YouTube channel began uploading videos with no clear purpose. The channel was called Webdriver Torso. Each upload looked almost identical, a sequence of blue and red rectangles flashing on a white background, accompanied by distorted beeping sounds. The titles were random strings of letters and numbers, offering no explanation. For years, the channel posted thousands of these videos. Naturally, the internet began to speculate. Some believed the videos were encrypted messages, others thought they were communications meant for machines, not people. There were even theories linking the channel to secret experiments or surveillance systems. The mystery grew so large that millions watched, analyzed, and tried to decode the patterns. Eventually, it was revealed that Webdriver Torso was connected to Google, supposedly used to test video quality and compression. But even after the explanation, many questions remained. Why hide it in plain sight? Why allow it to run for so long without clarification? Because for years, the internet believed it was watching something not meant to be seen. In the early 1980s, rumors began spreading about a mysterious arcade game called Polybius. According to the legend, the machine appeared briefly in a few arcades and attracted players instantly. Those who played it reported severe side effects, headaches, nightmares, memory loss. Some claimed the game caused addiction, while others said it triggered hallucinations and psychological breakdowns. The strangest detail was that men in black were allegedly seen visiting the arcades, collecting data from the machines and questioning players. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, Polybius vanished. No physical machine was ever found. No official records exist. Yet countless people insist the game was real, sharing eerily similar memories decades later. Some believe Polybius was a government experiment in mind control. Others think it's nothing more than an internet-born myth, fueled by fear and nostalgia. But the legend continues to grow, because if Polybius never existed, why do so? Many people remember playing it. In 2015, a YouTuber claimed to have discovered a strange game while browsing the dark web. The game was called Sad Satan *, and it quickly became one of the most disturbing internet mysteries ever recorded. The gameplay was simple but unsettling. Players walked through dark hallways while distorted images, static noises, and disturbing photographs flashed on the screen. Some images appeared to reference real crimes, while others showed faces that seemed almost impossible to identify. Soon, after videos of the game were uploaded, copies of Sad Satan began to spread online, but not all versions were the same. Some contained additional images, deeper levels, and content far more disturbing than the original. What made the case even more unsettling was that no one could confirm where the game came from, who created it, or whether the original version ever truly existed. Some believe Sad Satan was an elaborate hoax. Others think it was intentionally released to test how far disturbing content could spread online. To this day, the origin of Sad Satan remains unknown, and the deeper people looked into it, the more unsettling it. In the early 2010s, a strange username began appearing across obscure internet forums. Lake City, Quiet Pills, At first, the posts seemed random, short messages, odd phrases, cryptic references that made little sense on their own. But over time, people noticed patterns. Mentions of weapons, logistics, and locations appeared with unsettling precision. Online investigators began connecting the account to real-world events, including the death of a man whose background raised serious questions about intelligence work and covert operations. As the investigation grew, the account suddenly went silent. No explanation was ever given, no confirmation of who was behind it, and no official response addressed the connections people believed they had uncovered. Some think Lake City Quiet Pills was simply an internet troll. Others believe it was a leak from someone involved in secret military or intelligence activity. What makes the case terrifying is not what was proven, but how much of it still lines up perfectly with reality. For decades, a strange radio signal has been broadcast repeatedly with no clear origin. Known as asterisk 11 BX1 371 asterisk. The transmission consists of numbers, tones, and distorted voices sent at regular intervals. Anyone with the right equipment can hear it, yet no one knows who is sending it or who it's meant for. The broadcast has been tracked across different frequencies and locations, suggesting it is deliberate and carefully maintained. Despite this, no government or organization has officially claimed responsibility. Some believe the signal is used to communicate with spies. Others think it's part of a Cold War system that was never shut down. There are even theories suggesting it's automated, continuing long after its creators disappeared. What makes the broadcast unsettling is its persistence. It doesn't react, it doesn't respond. It simply continues, transmitting messages into the darkness, with no explanation and no end in sight. In 1948, an unidentified man was found dead on a beach in Australia. He carried no identification, and every label had been removed from his clothing. The case became known as the Somerton man mystery. Years later, a small piece of paper was discovered hidden in his pocket. It contained two words, Tamam Shud, meaning ended or finished. For decades, the case went cold. Then the internet brought it back to life. Online investigators analyzed photographs, documents, and coded notes. Connected to the case, some believed the man was a spy. Others suspected a secret love affair or an intelligence operation gone wrong. The strange codes found in a book linked to the case were never fully explained, and the man's identity remained a mystery for years. What makes this case disturbing is how much information exists, and how little certainty it provides. Because even with modern technology and millions of eyes searching for answers, some mysteries refuse to stay buried. It started with a single image posted online, a photo of a yellow, empty office space that felt familiar, yet completely wrong. That image became known as **, the Backrooms, **. The idea was simple and terrifying. A place you enter by accident, slipping out of reality into endless rooms, buzzing lights, and empty hallways that never end. Soon, videos began appearing. Found footage clips claimed to show people trapped inside the back rooms. Shaky cameras, heavy breathing, distant sounds, and sudden cutoffs made the videos feel disturbingly real. Some were clearly fictional, others were convincing enough to make people question whether the footage was staged at all. What made the Backrooms explode online was the feeling it created, a sense of being lost in a place that shouldn't exist, yet feels strangely familiar. And that's why the Backrooms are so unsettling, because even if the footage is fake, the fear it creates feels very real. In recent years, a disturbing trend began appearing on live streaming platforms, streams that claimed to show real life, but slowly revealed something was very wrong. These broadcasts showed people trapped in strange situations, abandoned houses, locked rooms, endless loops of the same events. Viewers watched in real time, unsure if what they were seeing was real or staged. As the streams continued, inconsistencies appeared. Repeated dialogue, impossible timelines, sudden cuts that broke the illusion of reality. Some creators were later exposed as grifters, using scripted scenarios to manipulate viewers emotionally. Others vanished entirely, deleting their channels without explanation. What made these live streams terrifying was the uncertainty. For hours, sometimes days, no one could tell if a real person was in danger, or if it was all an elaborate performance. And by the time the truth surfaced, the damage was already done. Because when reality itself is questioned, fear spreads faster than facts. In 1987, television viewers in Chicago experienced something deeply unsettling. During 2 separate broadcasts, the signal was suddenly hijacked by an unknown individual. The screen filled with a figure wearing a distorted Max Headroom mask. The audio was chaotic, filled with strange phrases, static, and mocking laughter. The interruption lasted only minutes, but it left a lasting impression. Engineers tried to trace the source of the intrusion, but no one was ever caught. To this day, the identity of the hijacker remains unknown. No motive was confirmed. No explanation was ever officially given. What makes the Max Headroom intrusion so disturbing is that it was completely real. It happened live, on public television, and proved that even controlled broadcasts can be invaded. And once it ended, the signal returned to normal, as if nothing had ever happened. In 2019, a website appeared with a simple premise. Every time the page refreshed, it showed the face of a person who did not exist. The images looked completely real. Natural expressions, imperfect lighting, subtle flaws that made the faces feel human. But every one of them was generated by artificial intelligence. Soon, disturbing cases began to emerge. Some of these faces were used to create fake social media profiles. Entire identities were built around people who were never born, interacted, posted, and even formed relationships online. In a few cases, the same AI-generated face was discovered being used across multiple accounts, in different countries, under different names. What makes this unsettling is how easily reality can be fabricated. Because in a world where faces can be invented, trusting what you see becomes increasingly